Okay, so I'm Miss Duncombe, and we're going to start today off with some art. We're going to be playing a game called Pick and Draw. Has anybody played that before? Okay, if you had Miss Lundy last year, I know she has the game, so she may have played it with you. Like there's a card of eyes, a card of noses, and a card of mouth. Oh, yes. It's for creating characters, okay? So everybody's going to draw a character today, but you're going to draw your character based on whatever cards that we select. There are, eyes up here, there's face cards, there's a card for the nose, the eyes, the mouth, and the hair. And whatever is on the card that we pick, you have to draw it. But you can make some changes. You could change how big or small something is, or what direction it's facing. And so even though we're all given the same cards, you're going to end up with very different, interesting characters. And some of them are going to be goofy or funny. Some of them may not even look like people. They might end up looking like animals or robots or aliens or something. But that is okay. So for instance, and I'm going to do one along with you when we get the paper out and stuff. But for instance, if I were to pull this card, this would be for the shape of the face or the head. And you see it's a triangle. Now on the card, the point is at the top, the flat part is at the bottom. You could draw it like that on your page. Or you could turn it. And if you drew it like this, that would mean your character has a flat head and a very pointy chin. Or you could turn it this way. So it's pointy over here and flat over here. That's up to you. You could make your triangle really, really big or wide, or you can make it really small or tall and narrow. That's your choice, okay? Now, as far as noses go, okay, let's say this is the nose, all right? Now, if this was the nose, I could draw it just like it is on the card, or I could turn it this way, or I could turn it facing up, kind of like, or to the right, or I could make it a little bitty teeny tiny nose, or a really, really, really big nose. I could draw it up high or down low on the face. Everything you do, the choices you make is going to change the way your character looks, okay? Same thing with the eyes and the mouth and the hair. You're going to get to adjust it for your character, okay? Like I said, I'm going to do one on the board with you. So you'll get to kind of see. So I'm going to pass out the paper really quick. I want you to get your pencil out. We always draw with a pencil first. I don't want to go I got a pencil. Those are sharpeners in case you need it. Do you need a pencil? Okay. Be right back. I'm going to show you. Okay, class. Eyes up here. Okay, you can turn your paper whichever direction you want. It could go portrait style or landscape. Now, when you draw your first shape that we're going to pick in just a minute, you can draw it really big or small, but you don't want to draw it too small. You need to make sure that you have room inside of the face for all the other parts, the nose and the eyes and the mouth, okay? When you draw this, you can draw to where we just see the upper part of the body, like in your school pictures, or you may want to draw it to where you would see the whole body. Maybe you have your character skateboarding or singing on stage later. That's up to you, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit, mix them up. and I'm going to pick a card. And it just so happens to be the same card we talked about for the example. Eyes up here. We have a triangle for the face. So you decide which direction you want to draw it, if you want it to be really wide or really skinny. I'm going to turn mine upside down. And so I've got my face. So I want all of you to now draw the triangle shape for the face. Don't worry about getting it totally perfect. Just do the best you can with it.
And the place is cold.
Yeah, it does. The bottom of a ice cream cone. That sounds yummy right now.
Why'd you say that? Now we know.
Okay, guys, it is time to draw a nose. Let's see what we're going to end up with. All right, here is the nose. If you look, it just looks like a slight smile. If you turn it like that, that's fine. Or maybe you want to turn it this way or this way. You can make it really big or really small. That's up to you. I'm going to make mine large enough to go off the face.
What?
Now look, when I do that, look, there's a piece of my triangle inside the nose. I want the nose to look like it's in front. So I would erase that little piece right there. Okay? Okay, eyes and ears. Class, it is time to choose some eyes. Now the eyes tell us a lot about a person, okay? And this year, since most of our face is covered up, we can't really see if someone is smiling or frowning or what there is going on, but your eyes sometimes can tell. I can be smiling and my eyes look really excited, or I could be sad, or I could be mad, okay? So the eyes tell us a lot about how a person is feeling or what their emotions are at the time. So let's see what we're going to get here. Okay, here are the eyes that we have right now. Now, here's something interesting about these eyes. Y'all watch. Right now, these eyes look a little bit sneaky, okay? They look a little sneaky, but what happens if I do this? He looks angry. Okay, what happens if I do this? He looks sad. So you can make those changes with the eyes. They still have the same style. So you decide if you want it to look sad or just normal or sneaky or mad. That's up to you. That'll change your character. I'm going to leave my guy like this. Poor little guy. You can add some eyebrows too if you want. All right, now we are going to see what kind of mouth we're going to end up with. Okay, here is the mouth. Now this is an open mouth, and you see a row of teeth at the top. Now I like this one because this one means that maybe the person is laughing, or they could be saying something, or they could be singing. So after you draw your character, some of the details you could add might be, music notes coming out, or a speech bubble, or maybe they're holding the microphone, singing on stage. So there's a lot you can do with that particular mouth and your character. Just do the best you can with that one. Remember, you can make them really small, or you can make them out really large. That's up to you. Up here. Okay. Now, the final card is for the hair. All right. Now, I always like to pick 2 hair cards, so you have a choice. Now, some of the cards look like they maybe are supposed to be for a girl. Some of them look like they might supposed to be a boy, but that's not the case. You can adjust how long or short it is. You can adjust the hairstyle. You could have pigtails or a ponytail or an afro, maybe no hair. You could use the hair as a beard or a mustache as well. Okay? So, let's see. I'm going to draw 2 cards out of here, and we'll see what we get. Oh, well, of course, the example. All right, here we go. Let me show you. These are the 2. Now, this one is very zigzaggy. This one's a very zigzaggy shape. It kind of looks like an explosion or something in a comic book. You could make this really long or keep it short. That's up to you. This one right here, it could be used. I've had some people use those as pigtails, or just take one of them and it's a ponytail on the side. I've even had some people say this looks like a really long mustache, and they use it as a mustache. Okay? Now, once you draw the hair, you can start adding all your other details. You can add ears. You could add glasses, jewelry, freckles, mustaches, hats, bows, scars, tattoos, a body, whatever you want. Okay?
Any kind of clothes?
Any kind of clothes. I'm going to go ahead and put some ears on this guy. And I'm going to use this hair up here and kind of...
That guy looks like he's been through a lot.
So he's going to have some hair on both sides of his head.
A guy from that movie I know of. It looks like it's a guy with the yellow hair.
And he's going to have a goatee down here.
What?
All right. And then I'm going to give him neck and shoulders, and he's going to have a shirt.
Really? Is he a businessman or is he a crazy man?
I don't know. He can have a little mole. He could have an earring or something. He's got a necklace. Maybe he has a scar. There's lots of different details that you can do.
He looks like he's from a TV show.
And maybe even come up with a name for your character. So this is what we're doing today. I want you to have fun with it. Decide whether you created a young person, an older person, maybe an animal. That's up to you, but that's pick and draw. So I hope you have fun.